Meow. Meow, meow. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us on Crafted. And this week, we've got Rico Stan. And below, we've got Kenny E.
What's going on?
No,
What's up, fish
right now,
people?
except for you guys being here.
What up,
awesome.
fish people?
Normally, this is the Fish Room Fever Hour with James, but he is working like a madman getting ready for this weekend. So he's taking tonight off, and we're going an hour early, and then we're going to go right into Rico's at 10:30 and keep going from there, whatever.
Yeah. Ed, you look like you're feeling a lot better.
Well, the first hour, I'm always the best.
Yeah.
My arms are the least sore because when I don't have arm rests, that's what kills me. And I don't have arm rests here. I'm resting them on the table, but it's still a little different. But my arms aren't super sore, so we are going to try to make some fish tonight.
Nice.
And get the fish project done, which there's one of them. And next week we'll be sanding these guys, and then I'm going to paint them, clear coat them, and once a week for 3 months, we're going to give one of these guys away. So kind of cool. And they're not all going to be goldfish moors. Like this is a clown loach, I think. I don't know. I have to look at them all again.
Oh, Ed, I'm going to interrupt you. You got a $5 super chat from Eric Wyrock. He said, membership fee.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. And he was giving me the business about it beforehand. And Kenny was telling him that I'm crazy too. So we'll try to figure out something.
And there's Matt with another $5 super chat. Still says, still no damn membership button. What is wrong with this guy?
I don't know. Oh, you know what? I at least could get the chat up. I still have videos up to pick from instead of the chat. There it is.
It's your show, Ed. You can do what you want.
Yeah. But, gosh, what else was I going to say?
I'll interrupt you from time to time as they come in, but otherwise I'll sit over here quietly and just look pretty.
Well, that's super cool. I appreciate that. And, okay, so we've got 2 fish to go. I think I went through this.
No, you said you were going to do them, but you didn't tell us what or.
Okay. Well, I like to do the body first and then show you guys and see if you guys can guess what it is. Okay. So let's push this back just a hair. Oh, I haven't done it for a while. My light's behind there. Okay, nothing broke. And now I'm going to take my padding up for my elbows. And my
wait, watch this. Watch this. Hold on. I have the force.
Thank you so much.
Almost done. Almost done. Oh. The dog was scratching the door, and they heard him. I heard them coming there.
I thought I was supposed to all of a sudden lift the fish that was done.
No, I was trying to be funny. Stephen P. just said, Stephen P. Aquatic said, just become a premium ultra secret member with a $20 super chat. There's Carol Cox, and she gave you $5. Said, glad you're feeling better.
Well, thank you. And Carrie's here. Oh, there's a whole bunch of great people. Hey.
Oh, yeah. Tons of people came in.
Kenny E., you're super good at saying hi to people. Would you want to say hello to some of these nice people?
All right. Now that I'm like 2 years behind Ed.
He is amazing, though. And you guys, you can check out Kenny E. on Daniken with his lovely wife, who's actually his better half. And they're amazing Sunday nights. And I don't know, have you guys ever not been able to answer a fish question on your show?
Well, they come so rare, Ed. We try to answer every one.
That was supposed to be the secret part that nobody knows.
Oh, I'm going to interrupt you again. Select Pet John came in and said, oh, wait, it's Ed and crew. I can't stay, but we'll watch the replay at 3 a.m. before work. See you
Oh.
Saturday, Ed. So he's going to be at
Wow.
Aquaticon, and that was a $5 super chat.
See you, John. And everybody at Aquaticon, I mean, we'll be talking about it during Aquaticon. We're going to have to figure out a cool restaurant to go to after the show is done. I don't know if we all want to go straight over to Aquatic Marine because they're having a big sale and check out the fish store and then see if there's like a restaurant next to the place. I don't know Knoxville as good as I should.
Well, I would have to believe James knows it.
Yeah.
So you're in good shape.
Carrie said she's just entering Tennessee right now.
Oh. Well, that's awesome. Maybe she'll be here by the end of the stream, depending on where she entered. If she entered right below me, she'd be here in like 15 minutes.
Not touching it. Bex, give you a $5 super chat. So happy to have Ed back. And Xanadude, much love to you, Ed, and all my Fish Fam friends with a $10 super chat.
Skulls, Xanadude.
Kenny's still trying to say hello.
Oh, we're good. We'll get to it when we get to it.
You know what? If you want Kenny to say hello to you, put Kenny E hi.
There you
and
go.
then we'll make sure we say
Kenny E hi.
Yeah.
Well,
There's Lefty. Lefty said, hey, Ed, see you tomorrow.
For sure.
Lefty.
We're going to be playing games with Sean Peck tomorrow night.
What games you going to be playing?
I don't know. Probably some Wingspan because that's his favorite. But other than that, I honestly don't know. And you know what? Before Carrie loses she probably won't lose her signal. She's probably coming to Clarksville from where she's coming. So she's probably in northern Tennessee. Carrie, let me know if you guys are doing the Aquashella meetings because I'm ready to come back to those. I've been taking them off for this session because of all my rehabbing.
Yeah. I'll keep my eyes peeled for her message. But hopefully she's not typing and driving. Oh, she's probably not driving. Jesse's driving.
Yeah, Jesse's awesome.
And Skipper came in. You said hi to Lefty.
You know, I know it's well, it is my show, so I can ask questions. I've got a question for Kenny. Kenny, you have an eye biter fish.
Malawi eye biter?
Yes.
I used to. I do not have those in the fish room currently.
Oh, why'd you get rid of it?
Well, I had a friend that wanted to breed them, and at the moment I didn't have the space or the time, so I hooked them up with two of them, and the biggest one had perished like a month or two before that.
And,
Well,
sorry, I've got to interrupt again. Our Aquatic Universe says, happy Thursday, Ed. Look like you're doing awesome. $10 super chat. And Rustic Nashville is back with us. Can't wait to see some of y'all at Aquaticon. So glad you're on the med with a $20 super chat. And Carrie did say we haven't met yet, Ed. Maybe next Tuesday.
Okay, awesome. So I won't have to be caught up to speed.
So it sounds like you didn't miss a thing.
Yeah, I thought I was getting lucky. Oh well.
Well, they probably couldn't do it without Ed. Is probably what.
So did you get eye biters, Ed?
No, I was just out of all the fish in the world, just going by the name. I don't think I would get an eye biter.
Well, you could call it by it's a compressiceps. You could just tell them that. Then people won't. Compressiceps.
Compressiceps. Wow, that's about the closest thing to a Latin name I can pronounce.
Oh, Daniel Velez gave you a $10 super chat. Says, where is the member button?
Gosh. I will be getting them eventually. This is the first time I've worked with Clay in over a month. You guys, I haven't been cleared to walk downstairs yet. So I have not seen my fish in over a month. You know how crazy that is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
hopefully things are well down there. Maybe have your dad take a video.
Yeah. Well,
Sean's going to be not too, maybe Sean can come up to your places.
How much longer till you can go down the stairs then?
probably next Thursday. I'm hoping that what they don't want me to do is because I don't have feeling in my right foot. I have to keep my hands on 2 different rails when I go down the stairs. Well, or just be really careful. But if I would slip, it could rip the stuff apart in my rib cage.
Oof.
And so they want to make sure that my rib cage is completely solid before they have me doing that. I'm still on 10 pounds or less lifting. And it's a yeah, right, 10 pounds. Man, when I pick up a jug of milk, it does. It hurts. I have like a pain right here and right here just from something I was doing. I was doing Kool-Aid earlier. And
the things we take for granted, right?
Yeah.
Making Kool-Aid.
You just don't even think about it. Stuff normal people don't have to even, deal with. And Zenny would like to know if you have you had to sneeze yet?
The sneezes are the worst because they sneak up on you. And I'm a morning sneezer. I normally sneeze 3 times every morning.
Really?
And I went 3 weeks without sneezing. And probably the last week, the pollen count's been so crazy. I sneeze. And what I do is if my pillow's not around, I grab like the closest rag or anything and I push it against my chest. But by then it's too late and I don't sneeze.
Morning sneezer. I've never heard of that. I think it's a monkey song, though, right? Monkeys
Wake
make
up,
that song.
morning sneezer.
There's another $5 super chat from Misfit. Brennan said, Ed's having fish withdrawal. Someone get this man a tank.
No kidding.
Oh my gosh, though. My dad was getting kind of excited yesterday, though. He was like, my dad used to raise Corridora back in the 70s. And he's been really watching my Corys and I've got like Corys in 5 tanks. And he's like, oh man, I think we're ready to breed these guys. So he's getting excited about it. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
He's asking about it already, huh?
Yeah, I
Give me
love
some
it.
breeding activity. Yes, sir.
And I found a place that actually has the red, white, and blue old-fashioned guppies that he used to breed. Yeah, it's a farmer down in Miami. And he has them at his store, but he only was selling males there.
Yeah, I
But
remember.
he said he would send me males and females. So I just got to do it eventually sometime. But I mean, right now I can't even see my fish.
Hey,
Even
Ed, there's a ton of stuff I'm missing in the chat. People wishing you well and saying hi and stuff. You really are going to have to go back and watch the replay because there's just tons and tons of comments in there that I think you'd want to watch.
Guys, I do watch the replay. I love the replays because I read everything and I laugh at what you guys say. And I don't think about the super chats as much as I should until afterwards. And then I feel bad that I didn't make a bigger deal. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. I really do appreciate them too. But everything you guys say and stuff, I really appreciate and I love it.
I knew that you went back and watched and just specifically to read the chat, but there's messages in there from Motor City and Susan, and I mean just tons and tons of people wishing you well, and you really need to make sure that you go back and read all of this one.
And when I was starting the stream, I said hi to Susan, and then other people were saying hi to me. But I've got to hold my hands up like this to type. And it's like, I will not be able to do anything. So that's what I meant when I said I'm saving my arms earlier today. Okay, so what do you guys think this is?
A betta.
Let's see.
It doesn't have the tail on it yet.
If you look at it this way, it's kind of got a fat belly.
Guppy.
See the sides?
Is there going to be anything added to it other than just a couple of fins? Is there anything major going to be added to it?
Yes, there will be burbles added to it.
So it's a Corridora.
There you go. You're amazing that you could tell that was a Corridora.
A couple people in the chat got it.
Oh, nice.
Patty wants to know if it vibrates. A lot of people
Only
got
when I
Corey.
hold
A
it
lot
like
of
this
people,
too long.
lot of people got Corey.
Oh,
Are these
nice.
models to scale? Chad Krotz is asking.
No, well, some are. Like, actually, I mean, like, you can see a red-tailed shark this big.
Oh yeah, I've got one in my tank.
Uh,
Oh,
I've had female mollies that are that big.
and interrupting you again, Rack.
My
Gave you-
discus is a little small.
Rack gave you a $5 super chat and said this show should be called Gifted because Ed is a gift to all of us.
Oh,
Ah,
well, thank you so much, Rack. You're too kind. And an amazing guy. Oh, and he was on Punchy Paints last night. And I wanted to know what he was in this magazine. He was in this Hawaiian magazine. His name was on the front cover, and it had this hot bikini girl on the front.
Ooh.
And yeah, I was like, I wonder what he's in there for.
I think it was for his bird watch, the bird stuff.
Probably, but then he was talking about geocaching and
That's fun. I like geocaching.
in Hawaii.
My youngest son doesn't like it so much though. He was pretty little when we went one time, and he had happened to step on a like a ground wasp nest,
Oof.
and he got stung like 22 times.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh.
And like later that night we were talking about geocaching because it was only like the second day we had tried it. Excuse me. There was a bunch of them around us, and now again he's like 5-6 years old, and he goes, I said, so what did you think about geocaching? And he goes, the first one was fun. Second one, not so much. And it just being 5 years old, it just made me laugh so hard. You
So
know?
those that are ignorant, what is geocaching?
So it's hiking with a purpose. So somebody will leave something
Treasure hunting.
out there and put the coordinates for it, and you have to find it. And it could be all different kinds of stuff. Sometimes like people use ammo containers and they put something in there and there's a log you fill out. Sometimes it'll be a coin or something. Sometimes it's something you're supposed to take from that place, move somewhere else, and the little things go all around the world. But they're hidden items that you go out and find. So it's basically hiking with a purpose. Not that hiking doesn't, you get me, hiking with a focus.
There's probably a lot of geocaching out where both you guys live.
Oh, I'm
Because
sure.
you both
yeah.
live in beautiful places.
Yeah, it's all around us. And yeah, I guarantee around Kenny there's tons of it.
Well, there's probably, I didn't even think about it, but I kind of live in a pretty place too.
Yeah,
GPS
Tennessee's
guided
gorgeous.
treasure hunt is what Rack called it. That's a good way to put it. Yep.
Well, that is neat. And I've never done it. I've had people try to get me to do it, but it was like when I was healthy enough to do it, I was like, I'd rather play hockey.
You know, I think it's great for kids because it's that excitement that gets them, you know, because sometimes kids just take to hiking and nature, you know, automatically. I always did. But sometimes kids it's not so much fun for them. So it gives them a reason to be out there and a goal, an end goal. And they don't realize that they just hiked for 5 miles, you know?
Yep.
Yep.
I decided to move this down so you could see it. Oh, do you guys notice this nice shirt I'm wearing?
Well, yes, we did, Ed.
Ricky D gave me this shirt.
I just call him Ricky Dehoy.
Ricky's a good guy.
I don't want to say it wrong.
Yes.
I apologize.
That's okay. I do like when you say it wrong, though, you say it wrong very well.
Oh, I'm really good at that in generally life. Messing up big on names is like kind of one of my special gifts. That's
And
why
Matt's
it was
saying,
so weird when I met Rack because his name was so easy.
Matt is saying, anyone else give you a shirt? Oh, and I missed a super chat. I'm sorry. Hold on. Mr. Kaler gave you a $4.99 super chat with I can't tell exactly what it is, but it's something flexing and saying boss.
Ah,
It's
well,
a
thank
purple
you.
person with pink hair and big muscles.
It's part of the
Balls.
that. What's that crew? The oh gosh, now I can't think. I don't know if I like this little fin I just added. They have a little fin on their back that you can't really see, but I put it on there and you can really see it. I think I'm gonna, when I work on it, I'm gonna file it down so it's a little smaller. But if I make it as small as it is on the real fish, I'll show you the model I'm using. If I make that small, it's not gonna come on.
Yes, if it looks like it's a little more feathered, if you feather it a little bit and maybe make it so it's a little more drastic angle.
Yep. Oh, well, can we talk a little bit more about these eye biters? Because I've been wanting to ask Kenny about eye biters for a long time.
The reason they get that reputation is typically when they would get into their altercations with the other cichlids, that's the first thing they would go for, the eyes.
Which is pretty crappy.
But I've kept them, gosh, off and on probably for over 10 years, and I've never had one take an eye.
Oh.
They're aggressive fish, but they're not, I've never seen one take it. But not to say it doesn't happen. But they're like silver, and then they get these beautiful blue tint throughout when they're in their breeding colors that makes them pretty cool. Now you're making me want to go and get my African tank recharged, Ed.
You know, Kenny, I have to say, I like where you've moved to there. I did like looking at the tanks in the living room, but that's a good scene that you're sitting in front of, and that's an acrylic tank, right?
Yeah, this is an acrylic 110.
And I love that blue on the back.
Yeah, Danny's converting our entire fish house to it because we're both enjoying it. It not only does the fish well, it's the plants. It just gives it almost a 3D look when you're sitting here looking at it.
I really like it. I mean, I've been doing just the black backgrounds, but maybe I'll try one of those blue ones.
Well, what's strange is in her office, we have 3 tanks that are painted in black because that's what our go-to used to be. And it's like night and day. The blue just reflects all the light just perfectly, and the black kind of sucks all the light out, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I like it. I think I want to try it. Now, what are you guys using to her? You just paint? Is it plastic dip?
She's using the acrylic paint.
Okay. Yes, acrylic tank.
And just kind of dabs it on. She did it for the glass tanks as well. She just used acrylic paint.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I've got the bottle here somewhere. I'll sneak off here in a bit and I'll grab it for you so you know what color it is.
I do have a couple tanks that need to be done right now, so that might be what I do. Because I think I am, just because of that. Looking at that. And what made you change into this location from out in the living room where you were before?
I was just trying to mix it up a little bit. I mean,
Gotcha.
I'm sure people were getting tired of the 2 massive tanks behind me, so I figured I'd just swipe around and show them I'm not all cichlids. You know, I do other things.
It is hard to get tired of those tanks though, because they are beautiful. So,
ugh.
Now I might have to swip it. Oh, nice, Ed.
It looks more like a Cthulhu thing.
Yeah, I was going to say that. It's very squiddy. Oh, there's Hillbilly Aquatic with a $5 super chat in the Shibu Inu.
Oh, awesome.
Shimu Emu.
Hillbilly, are you going to make it down to Knoxville this weekend?
Man, if I wasn't having my surgery, Ed, on Monday, I wanted to go so bad. I was going to try to surprise you guys, and I just can't rely on an airline to get me back on time.
Yeah,
because I don't want to miss this window, because I want to be ready for the ACA and not happen to have one of those chicken wing things on. And
the Aquatic Con was high. There was 4 of them on my list: Keystone Clash, Fishtoberfest,
Oh, I'd love to
Aquatic
go to
Con,
that.
and the Triple Crown. And I'm not going to make it to any of them. I gave away my tickets to the Triple Crown just this last week. Luckily, they are transferable. And but I'm still going to the Keystone Clash for sure.
Can you bring me that acrylic paint when you get a chance?
And
What's
it was
the color that you painted these tanks?
it was sort of weird, but Rusty Wessel was the guy who answered the email because I bought my tickets through the ACA for the Triple Crown, and I sent them an email asking if they were transferable, and it was Rusty Wessel who actually responded to that. So he's heavily involved with that part of it too.
That's awesome.
Oh, Hillbilly said, "I am here now."
Oh, awesome. Well, Hillbilly, look for us at the show because we'll be there for sure. How's that look for burbles? I just did 2. I'm not going to add the 4, the 4, just because I think it'll be a little too difficult. What I did is I put the whiskers on, then I pinched them off.
Kenny, there's a super chat actually that's talking to you. Do you see it, or want me to read it to you? I wasn't sure how well you could see it.
Let us see. Kenny E would be against guesting with Ed and I and the others on the Tennessee Mafia panel.
$20 super chat, Ed.
Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Bob, I would always hang out with you and Ed. No problem.
Awesome. Well, Bob's lining up people. I think he's got 8 already lined up, and I think I helped him find one for 9, so maybe sometime in June. I don't know. Is that if you'd be available? That'd be awesome on a Sunday night.
Yeah, the only thing I have after the surgery, I just have to wear that silly thing. I don't know if you guys have seen people have. I mean, it's atrocious. It's like I call it. Best way to explain it's like a chicken wing, man. But
that's what you were talking about, chicken wing.
Yeah, they're gonna make me wear this stupid brace, and I mean it. I looked at my wife and she just started laughing. I'm like, oh, thanks. She says, now you look like a chicken.
See, I'm not looking forward to that either, because when they do my surgery, and I need to tell you guys that. Did I tell? Oh, keep going. I'm sorry, you were talking.
Oh, I'm done.
Okay, cool. June 5th, it looks like that's when my surgery to take my pacemaker that's not properly in me out. So they have to cut through my shoulder again right up here and go down. And that's like another 2 weeks of no arm. And then they're going to go up through my leg. There's some big artery that goes down to your leg. They're going to go up through that with this small pacemaker called a floating pacemaker and put it in there and float it. But that thing's on back order, so that's why it's going to take until June 5th. Unless my nurse was just messed up and she meant May
5th. Geek Boy had a question for Kenny there. He said, you're not giving you the the cold cuff, the one that flows ice water over your shoulder?
I don't know. This one is all I'm having done, Geek Boy, is just the bicep muscle has been torn from the bone. So they're going to reattach that, and then they're going to put the tendons half torn. So he says normally they would let that heal on its own, but being they're in there, they're going to re-suture that while they're in there too. But so I don't know if that's not needing the cold pack or what, but it don't sound like I'm going to have to do that.
Well, I don't have any surgeries coming up, so I don't have. Someday I have to have a hip replaced, but I don't know when that's going to be.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about since this has happened, and I don't know how it is the body does this, but ever since I did this, I've had no hip or knee pain whatsoever.
It's probably there, but it's so much you can't feel it.
Oh, well, yeah. When I was in the hospital, they were going to say, "Watch out, this is going to hurt," because they were going to stick me again, and I'm like, it's better pain than what I'm feeling in my chest.
Better pain. There are so many people that came in, Ed. Can you see how many people right now? How many people you got in here?
I see 16.9, I think, watching.
And there's so many. I see Tiffany White came in and MNC, and I mean, there are so many of the usual suspects, and it's good to see everybody.
And I hope that there's not people in my other stream, because originally I was going to go normally at my 10:45, but James called and said that he just couldn't do it, and so I changed it to a different. I just moved the time down, but some reason YouTube left the other time still on the clock, or left the other, like the canceled stream. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Tiffany,
it did that to me before too. I don't know. It's weird. It's like it doesn't. I don't know. Oh, Susan's taking off. She says, "Nighty night, guys. Heading out early morning." She's on her way to Aquatic Con as well.
Have
Awesome.
fun weekend, Susan.
It's going to be awesome. I get every so often I get to hang out with Susan, and she's always a joy to hang out.
That was one of the highlights of my trip. I got to meet Susan, man.
Oh, that's right. You got to meet the fish mom.
I got to meet her.
That was, and you got to go to my favorite restaurant, or my favorite cafe.
That was a good breakfast, man.
Yeah.
What was your favorite cafe?
It's called the City Cafe. There's 3 of them here in Chattanooga, but they bought a bakery and they have the craziest cakes in the world. I absolutely love these cakes. And I actually have I'm going to be making a short of it. And I was a bad person. I told the guy that I needed to videotape the cakes for my mom so she could pick one out. But I already knew what one she wanted. And then I'm going to make it into a short.
Nice.
Yeah. He was like, we don't normally let people videotape. And it's like, I just got to do it for my mom so she can pick one. It's like, okay, go for it.
Yeah, they don't want to give up money.
Yeah.
All right.
And,
tough question here. Tough question. Pie or cake?
I'm a cake guy. I'm a fruit cake guy.
That's a tough one, man.
That sounds terrible. I hate fruit cake, but I like fruit jellies in my cake.
Like double vanilla cake, you put it in a big bowl with milk over the top of it, and just eat it right out of the bowl with milk on top. Oh, but I don't know. I love cream pies too. You sick bastard. You always take it to the dirt there.
I said nothing. I said nothing.
You got one of them guilty looking, I'm about to eat a snail type of look, you know?
I just laughed. That's all. I was.
So anyway, buddy,
Lisa,
there's
hi,
that
Lisa.
color. It's called ultramarine blue. And it's made by Liquid Tex.
Oh, neat. Ooh, I have to sneeze.
That is a blue.
And then,
I
like
think
you said,
go ahead.
then what you do is you dab it on. You don't want to paint it on, just dab it. That's how Danny puts it on. Then it will give you this cool, you can't really see it on the camera, but it gives you different little shades of blue in there too. So it lets a little bit of light in certain areas. And
yeah. And I think that's incredibly important, is getting the right blue. I mean, because that's what really makes it stand out, is it the fact that it's just really the right one.
Yeah,
and,
I'm going to redo those behind me too. That was like the killer blue in the day.
Yeah.
But now after seeing that or what's behind me, I mean, I want this blue now too on those, because it just
Lisa came in.
Hi, Lisa.
How you doing, Lisa?
I hope she's at the next show that I go to next Aquashella, because I enjoy it. It's every Aquashella. Somehow I end up getting to sit next to her at one of the dinners. She is such a sweetheart.
I hope they make it to the Keystone Clash. I don't know. I mean, I know the move and stuff is coming up, but it's late September, and I really should be back at school.
Even though, I know that would be awesome. But at the last Aquashella, because she wasn't there, I ended up sitting next to John.
Oh, that sucks.
And there's Matt as always, dropping Matt's already found it on Amazon for everybody, Rico. So just go to the link after the stream when you want that blue. He's already got you the link for Amazon.
There we go. Oh, I got to interrupt you, Ed. Got to interrupt you. Rustic Nashville with a $4.99 said, Ed, what's your favorite dessert?
Oh, man. You want me to go show you? I've got one in the other room.
What about you, Kenny? What's your favorite dessert? One dessert. What's your favorite out of everything?
Carrot cake with buttercream frosting. That's my favorite.
Is there any kind of dessert that you really do not like?
I don't like the fruit cakes. I don't like pineapple upside down cake.
There's nothing. I'm going to say my very favorite is blueberry pie. There's a little bit of a nostalgia that goes there because my grandma used to, she knew I loved blueberry pie. So she used to come up here from Chicago. Even into her 90s, she would drive up here every summer and she would make a blueberry pie at home, freeze it, bring it up here and bake it for me. Even into her 90s, she did that.
Oh, shoot.
And it's just good blueberry pie.
Double white. He's got double white cake there, man. Or is that carrot cake? Oh, man, look at that.
This is white chocolate raspberry cake. It weighs about 2 pounds.
Oh, my God. Pour milk on top of that. Eat right out of the container.
This
How much
is
milk?
from
How much
that
milk? How much
place.
milk are we talking? I mean, like a bowl of cereal or what? I've never had
Yeah, I
milk
do
on
just
cake.
like a bowl of cereal. I don't know if it's my Norwegian heritage, but
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Oh, yeah, I love it, man.
Okay.
I'm going to try that.
I love this so much. But you know what? What else I like is chocolate pudding.
Yeah,
Yep.
chocolate pudding's the bomb.
I love
Unless it's
pudding.
that real chocolatey stuff. It almost gets a real bitter taste because I've had people make it like that. Have you ever had one? You know what I'm talking about? Where you get that real bitter pudding's supposed to be
It's
sweet,
the
man.
dark chocolate, rich dark.
I don't know what it is, but man, it woke me up real quick.
Banana pudding's where it's at.
Tapioca too, man.
Banana pudding's real popular here in the South. Okay.
There's nothing though. There's nothing. You give me dessert, I'm eating it. It's just like pizza. Pizza. People get so upset. Chicago style, New York style. What? Give me pizza. I'll eat that stuff. Pineapple. I don't care. Bring it. I'm
going to put this in the other room again so it can go back in the refrigerator.
Because you know you're going to eat it during the stream if you don't.
I'm going to mute myself because my dad is watching a show about World War II. And as I was walking through the door, they said Hitler 3 times. And I'm like, oh, I hope you're not hearing that, people.
We got a question. Oh, when Ed gets back. We'll ask that hillbilly as soon as he gets back. I believe he does, yes.
Then CJ Black says he's made it to Knoxville. Said he'll be helping.
Sorry, CJ.
Sorry, CJ.
But yeah, she's also, her and her husband are going to Aquatic Con.
And of course, Lisa likes our chocolate pudding comments. She thinks that sounds good.
I do like pudding. If you say Hitler 3 times, it summons his ghost. No, that's LRB. If you say LRB 3 times, he shows up. I told you that story, right? Did I tell you that story? So somebody was telling, oh, you're still muted, Ed. So somebody was talking about, it was Degenerate Fish Keeper. He was telling us we're driving, Degenerate, myself. Who else was in? I don't remember. Was it Skipper? I can't remember who else was with us. No, it wasn't Skipper. Fishymon and Vinay, Color Guppies. I can't remember. It was like 4 of us. We're driving back, and he's telling us a story about somebody told him that if you say Lucas Bretz 3 times in a stream, he shows up. Because they did that. They said it 3 times in the stream, and then Lucas showed up in the stream. Well, as he said that, he went, Lucas Bretz, Lucas Bretz, Lucas Bretz. Lucas Bretz drove right by us. Right after he said it 3 times, Lucas Bretz comes driving by us. And I was like, holy shit, there's Lucas. You know, it was hilarious. It was so funny. Oh, you had a question, Ed. It was from Hillbilly. Do you still have the saltwater tank that you're working on with James and Mike?
Yes. I got the last really thing I needed was, well, now I need live sand. But the last thing I needed was RO water. And my fish store is like 45 minutes from me. So it just wasn't feasible for me to get 50 gallons of salt water back and forth. So I bought a RO system, and the people were super nice, and they said they'd help me do it and everything. But then I went into surgery and haven't talked to him, haven't given him a nice review on Amazon. So who knows? Maybe they won't help me now. But I need to do it. Okay, so what fish do you think I should do next?
A puffer.
Puffer fish. Okay.
I mean, because you can do pretty much any type of puffer. You know what I mean? It can be a pea puffer or anything like a mbuna. I mean,
Freshwater puffer.
they're all, body shape wise, they're all pretty close to the same, right?
They are.
Zen Ginger
my
said,
God, they're
considering
so-
today is Holocaust Remembrance Day, maybe we don't discuss Hitler. Just a thought. Well, I think that's just a good, yeah, never mind.
What my dad, he's an older guy, and he
He's a
loves
history buff.
watching World War II documentaries.
Tom
And
comes in
so-
saying, "I'm not Lucas, but what's up?"
Who said that?
Tampa Tom.
Well, he's now Lucas's neighbor.
That's true. That's true.
He's a little bit lower on the rib cage, I guess, if Lucas is in the... I'm trying to find a cute puffer to do.
The Miss Annette with Mystery Snail Guardians is telling you, "Where's the snails at, Ed?"
They'll
She's
be in
got
the
a point.
puffer. I'll make it extra fat.
Oh no, Annette!
Oh,
Annette
no.
just threw something.
Yeah,
just
Annette
threw
just, for some reason she just disappeared off the screen, Ed. I don't know what
She
happened.
said, "Aquaticon." Yes, can I get a plane ticket to Aquaticon, please? Jenna P wants to know if you make an Mbu puffer, do you have to make a life-size, full-grown model? I think just any
No.
puffer.
All these models are scaled not correctly.
Yeah, but a lot of
They're
them, like you
scaled
showed,
to a different scale, to the all being the same size.
I
They're
tell
all
you,
about a quarter pound of
if you have
That's
not
what
seen a
the scale is by weight.
puffer in person, you wouldn't. The screen does those things no justice, man.
I never have.
I mean, I like Corey's Murphy up there. That thing is ginormous. I mean, he is huge. He's got to be getting close to, 2.5 to 3 feet long. It's that big.
Wow. Alice B wants to know what these are for.
These are just fun. I'm gonna make the dowel rods are over there. I'm not gonna get up and grab them, but I'm gonna put them on little sticks and then put them on a base, and I'm gonna mail them out once a week for 3 months. And I think they're gonna be really cool. They're just like little ornamental things, kind of
People
like
are-
how there's like lighthouses all over this room.
People are saying that the stream is buffering. I'm not seeing anything here, and at least on the StreamYard side. But a few people are saying that it buffered on a couple times.
Bummer.
I haven't
I
been
don't know.
watching the YouTube side, so
So just to give away, you're making these because you're so crafty and artsy, and so you're making them for the show to show people how to make stuff, but also to give them away, right?
I've already started with the face. Like he's gonna have the two big eyes that are gonna be coming out of there. And so now I'm gonna pull this back down into a tiny little tail.
that's got to be a pea puffer.
I'm just looking at a whole bunch of different types of puffers. Because there's no straight on good puffer body. I'm thinking about probably doing a leopard or a figure 8 when I paint it.
I was just thinking a pea puffer would love to be that large.
Oh,
Yeah, that's about 5 of them.
Yeah, that one would. If there was a pea puffer alive that large, you know darn well there wouldn't be a cichlid alive anywhere they were kept. I mean, an itty bitty pea puffer, I would put it pound for pound, probably one of the nastiest little critters alive. Really.
Only Oscar says my pea puffers are just now out of hiding. I need to move slower than this old moves to not scare them. Moves to not scare them.
Ours are real. They come
I
right
do.
up to the front and meet us every day.
The pea puffers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Most of mine do, but I don't have that many left. Actually, I had 2 of them that, because your fish, that's the channel. His name is Seth. He sent me 2 of them that were, one was like 6 years old and the other was like 5.5, or one was 7 years old and the other was 6. They were pretty old. And I had them for a year and they both have passed now. And then I got a few other ones from Aquahuna. And I lost 2 of those as well.
well, the one time I bought pea puffers, I
Oh,
put
yeah.
them in my fish tank, and they got devoured within seconds.
Yeah. I did get my first Nerite snails this week.
Nice.
And I also have some autos coming. My first autos.
Now, those you're going to be impressed with. Danny and I got our first autos about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
And you would not believe. I mean, we had algae, diatom, everywhere. There was 10 of them, and they had it out of 100-gallon, 8 completely gone within like 8 days. Gone,
Wow.
nothing left. And
Wow.
they're only this big.
Yeah,
They're
tiny.
tiny little guys.
Yeah.
I bought 3 of them yesterday for my mom.
Yeah, those I'm probably gonna. Well, Wet Spot's got them for like $3 is all you have to pay for them, which
That's
is a
great.
really good
And
deal.
I paid well, I can look. I think I paid like 26 for 6 of them, but with shipping.
I paid $4 a piece at Aquatic Aesthetics. I went to PetSmart to buy my cat food, and I looked at theirs. They were $2 a piece. But I don't ever buy them from the box store because the box stores don't have any algae at all in their tanks. So they basically are starving for weeks. And if you look at their little, that's what I should do is make no, that'd be kind of an ugly model. But you look at their little belly, and if it's out, they're a happy little guy. If it's in, they're going to die because they're starving.
Which ones?
They're
The autos?
emaciated,
The autos.
Yeah.
the auto cats.
Yeah, they
And-
definitely need to go in a well seasoned tank, right? Because of
Yeah.
I mean, you got to feed them as well, but they really should be in a well seasoned tank, right? That's what I was told.
And,
Well,
I've been watching ours. They even go down and they'll clean up the remnants of the food at the end of the day too. Whatever the angels haven't ate, they go down. This is only going to be a temporary. The autos are going to have to come out of there because I don't want the angels to eat them eventually and then choke on them. But
Gotcha. And Ed, you think they do okay in threes? That's what I was told too. Was that you want to have at least 3 of them, but 3
I
is
bought
okay.
3 because it was for a 7.5 gallon tank.
Yeah. See, I want to split them. I bought 6, and I'm looking at it. It was actually $30, $29.98 for 6 of them shipped. So that to me, that's not that expensive.
how big a tank?
Well, I'm thinking 3 of them go in a 45, and 3 of them are going to go in a 75.
I would put 6.
I wanna split 'em.
each.
That's what I was just going to say. I would do minimum 6. I always go overboard. Like 10 each tank would be because they're tiny, dude. They're super small.
But they swim together. They're super neat when they're together, and you have a whole bunch of them. They'll all swim like a little pack.
Well, then maybe I will keep 6 together. Keep them all together.
I'm not trying to rain on your parade, but it's just a whole lot cooler to see them.
And I think the bigger the school, the more comfortable they are.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I totally
Chad
agree.
Krotz is saying he's got to go to sleep, but he's looking forward to meeting a lot of all y'all this weekend.
Awesome. Can't wait to see you. Please shake my hand and tell me who you are when you shake my hand, because sometimes you don't recognize people. And I meet a lot of people at these events, and I shake their hands and they don't tell me who they are.
Yeah.
And I feel horrible.
Well, I think in some ways people have watched you for so long, they feel like they know you and you should know them. You know what I mean? In their mind, you're friends because you've talked so many times, but you've never seen their face. You don't know what they look like.
Yeah.
And I think they just forget that because they're so excited to meet you. I mean, it's Ed.
Well, and then there's people look different than what you visualize us too.
Yeah.
I mean, they always say, "Oh, you're a lot bigger than I thought you were in real life."
Yeah. Skipper did that to me. Skipper,
Yeah.
I walked up to Skipper and he goes, he didn't even say hi to me. He goes, "Damn, you're big."
Brian,
That's a nice way to start the conversation.
Yeah.
But that's what I love about Skipper, man. He's just blunt and to the point. He's right way. Like Scotty, I personally don't think I would trust autos to be in a tank with breeding killifish. I do believe if the opportunity was there, they would eat your eggs. Yes, sir.
And only Oscars is asking, are pea puffers born in captivity? I thought they were wild caught. Yeah, I think people, I think they're bred quite often in captivity. I don't think they're super hard to do.
I guess it's quite the sight to watch them too. Like one of them will go up and grab the other's fin and they kind of drag them down.
they'll bite any part of their body.
Is that what it was? I thought it was their side fin and then just kind of.
Well, honestly, I haven't seen the pea puffers doing it. I've seen the Amazons do it.
Well,
and it looks very, very violent.
The guy who gave me those did say he had a lot of his breed, and he has a bunch of videos about it too. He's got a bunch of videos on the pea puffers breeding. Rustic Nashville is she asking Tennessee Fish Mafia merch for sale this weekend? I think
will be Tennessee Fish Mafia merch at the show. It's a big reveal, and it'll be shocking and awesome. Come find me. I'll have it in a suitcase next to me. I'm putting it in a wheelie suitcase because I can't lift anything.
Well, what I was going to say, Ed, it amazes me that you got that task done with your current situation. I mean, it's like you didn't miss a beat, stayed on task to get everything done that you needed to get done for that event.
Yeah.
Well, trying. I got a lot of it done beforehand, too. But
Whip said he's going to be sure to tell you who he is next time he sees you.
Whip, I know Whip. I saw Whip from a mile away. Oh,
I get to meet him. He's going to be at the
awesome.
Keystone Clash.
I think I saw Whip before he saw me. But
probably swimming through the crowd.
Super tall, right?
Yeah.
Whip's like 6'5" or 6'6" or something.
Oh, he's 7'5".
Picture a big old professional wrestler. Kind of like Jake the Snake with a bigger beard. But I was at buying T-shirts for some people for Aquashella, and this guy, I hear the voice like 10 feet above me, says, "Chattanooga Ed, you're a lot bigger than I thought you'd be in real life." And I'm like, the Jolly Green Giant is behind me or something. I turn around, and it's Brian from Motor City Aquatics, Detroit shrimp guy.
He's a big dude too, I've heard. Yeah.
Wow. He was, I think, the tallest guy there. I mean, he was super tall. And I was like, oh my gosh.
And Ryan, Wild Fish Tanks. I mean,
Ryan's so cool.
He's like close to 7 foot, I think. Right? He's taller than Drew by quite a bit.
I don't know. See, and that's weird because I've hung out with him like several times. I went fish store shopping with him, down in Miami, and then we did classes together for a weekend, and then 2 Aquashellas. He's just, I don't know, he's just really tall.
Yeah. Scotty's saying that you should come to the Clash, which I know you're going to try to, and submit your crafts into the fish show, because they do have a class for crafts, a crafts class.
So what do you think, guys? Is that
that's
corny for a puffer?
Now that looks about right.
I like the little smile.
I'll stand his fins down, so they're going to be they're not going to be as bulky. It's easier to sand stuff to the thickness you want with this clay than to squeeze it, because when it gets too thin, it starts to bend. So I leave it thick while it cooks, and so it gets real hard that way. And then I can go, I was going to show you with this one, and it's the other one I made today, the Corridora. I think the Corridora came out pretty good.
Yeah, real good.
Amanda
Baker's asking what kind of clay. It's the Sculpey, right?
Yep.
Which you should have plenty of that to last you for a long time now.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that Rico Stan sent me and all of his buddies.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a community effort,
which I really appreciate, and I still haven't made a video of. I had everything arranged out on my table, or not my table, on the living room table, because nobody ever uses it. And I didn't know, but my sister graduated from college that weekend. And so my mom cleaned it all off to put dinner down and put everything in boxes. And now it's kind of got all mixed up with different people's, because I was keeping it all separated for each person that sent things to me. So, I'm going to do a walkthrough of all the cool free stuff I've got that I still have. I've eaten a lot of it, but if it was like something cool like what Nola Jane gave me here. This cool fish.
Ooh.
I love him. His mouth opens. And I've got check out this cool shirt that Liquid Zoo gave me. It's got my logo gigantic on the front, which I couldn't figure out how to do without it going unfocused. And then Nico with the Fish Fam link at the bottom. Isn't that awesome on the back? And that's a good Nico.
There are no bad Nikos.
He also gave me this mug somewhere. Oh, I can't turn that far. Oh, it's up here. He gave me this mug with my logo there and Nico there.
I need a new Chattanooga Ed mug. The handle got broken on mine.
Oh, no. I did not make that mug. I don't see anything else next to me that somebody gave me. Oh, the shirt from Ricky. So, but a lot of it I've been trying to keep in the living room. Now, Mississippi Hippie, I don't know if she's here. She sent me like this clockwork little steampunk clock. And I think I'm going to try to figure out how to rig a chain through it and wear it around my neck because I hear the ticking nonstop from my heart. And I talked to my doctor today and he says it vibrates through the bones. And that's why I hear it. It's like, it is super loud. I can't believe nobody else can hear it, but I just hear this tick, 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 all the time. But I thought it'd be cool to have a clock that doesn't work around my heart making noise in my head.
I didn't know that about those. That would drive me insane.
Yeah, it is kind of driving me crazy. But oh well.
Yeah, that would drive me crazy too, because I know there's been times I've heard my heart, and it's not fun.
We have. Oh, I don't like. At least it's not bump 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 bump. That would freak me out. I don't.
Well, maybe the floating one he's putting in won't tick as bad.
No, it's not the pacemaker that makes the tick in. It's the artificial mechanical valve they put in.
Oh, okay.
See when
His robo heart.
Yeah, it's my heart actually making the noise because I'm too young. If they would put a bovine or a swine heart valve, they projected I'd have to go through 3 of them by the course of my lifetime because they wear out after 10 years. This one will never wear out. But so it's a big metal titanium-y thing. I don't know.
Kenny Oinky would like to know what is in the contents in the bowl that you got sitting there. She said it looks really cool.
Oh, this is just Veratus platies is all that's in there. And then there's some Amano shrimp.
Well, how many gallons is that?
That's about a 30-gallon.
Wow.
That is an awesome 30-gallon bowl.
Yeah, we got this. Danny, I'm always sly with her. She had made mention that she really, really liked it when we were in there one time, and it was close to her birthday. And I listened and I went down. I had a bunch of Africans that I was getting store credit, so I just took the bowl and got out of there. So, and then I just kind of set it in here and waited to see how long until she noticed it. But yeah, you can go with just about any nano species. The other thing I thought would be cool in one of these is some shrimp. If you did a actual shrimp tag, would look cool. And they're pretty easy to maintain. It's got a super small little sponge filter in there, and that's about it. This one's heated, but anyway,
has a cylinder one that's filled with shrimp. That's just awesome.
I think that would look cool for shrimp, which when she's over this Veratus platy project, I think that's what I'm going to do is put some cool shrimp in there. Although the Amanos are cool, but they're just so big and bulky and I mean, almost gnarly. Somebody told me they won't eat fish, but I don't believe it. I've seen them looking like they're on the prey,
Guys, I hate to say this, but we've ran out of time.
Are you serious?
We are at 10:30. Now, Kenny, we would love you to come over. Or wait, Rico's Dan, should you invite him? Or,
He did already.
Oh, okay, good. We would love for you to come over and hang out and keep goofing off with us. But guys, I promise as soon as I'm back to feeling 100%, I'll start making much cooler and bigger projects again. But I was just happy that I was able to make. I love this little pea puffer. I think he's freaking awesome. I think it's gonna be a figure 8. But I think when I paint him, he is gonna be super, super cute.
Yeah, did you see Zen? Zen said that it looks like he's got Popeye. I hope it clears up.
Well, they have huge eyes. But
I'm glad that you're you're working your way back into things. It's the first time you've crafted in 6 weeks.
Yeah, I haven't. Like, you guys all gave me such cool paints and tools. And I forgot to bring the tools in, so I've been just using my fork. I wish I would have brought all these awesome fish tool or clay tools in here to work with today, but I forgot. But I haven't painted or made anything. When I did my kidney surgery, all I could do was basically lay on the couch. But my arms were strong, so I made a whole miniature army. And I mean, it was a monster army. And I glued them, painted them, and I had a blast. But this one, it has just been horrible when you can't use your arms. It's just.
I bet it's going to take you a year to get back to where you know. But then that after that year, I bet you're going to do way better than you were doing before. You know what I mean?
We'll see.
So it's going to take you a year to get back, but then you're to the moon.
I'm sure my energy levels are going to be a lot better now that I've got the heart valve.
They traded the pick, Kenny.
I was getting slow and stuff. But guys, thank you for the super chat. You guys are all amazing. Thank you so much. Mods, thank you so much for being mods. And all my friends that came on to say hi to me and watch and hang out, thank you so much. I'll be reading the chat after Rico's. No, I'm not going to do it after Rico's because I'm going to be watching the draft. But after the draft, I'll watch that. And we'll see you in the next stream. Oh, I have to hit the off button.
Yeah, that's all you.
That's James normally hits the off button. And Rico, I'm not going to ask you to say anything, okay, buddy?